So hello everyone, this is Denise from Essential Wellness, and today we are here with Richardson Manzol. He is a vegan athlete, former professional skater, certified insanity, and CIZE HipHop workout trainer. He's currently living in Shanghai. He's an occasionally a full marathon runner and a full-time Spartan racer. He's an ambassador for different brands, including Spartan Race, Garden of Life, FitHearts, Green, Coconut Water, YEYU App Fitness Ambassador, CLAU, Filters and Antiviral Spray. He's currently coaching at different events around China, in private groups, and also doing corporate training in Shanghai. So welcome, Richardson.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure. Thanks for the introduction.
Yes. So Richardson, how long have you been an athlete for?
Well, I've been into sports since I was a kid, and I've been doing all kinds of sports. My favorite sport was skating, mostly. So
whereabouts is home? Or
well, I did skating back home in Venezuela. I'm from Venezuela originally. And I did it for like 15 years before coming to China.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, especially inline skating, like rollerblading.
Rollerblading, right. So how
I also did other sports like baseball and swimming and soccer, but mostly skating. It was my favorite one.
Okay. And how long have you been in Shanghai?
It's been 9 years since I got here.
9 years.
So it's been a long time. Yep.
That's a fair amount of time. Have you seen a lot of things change as far as being an athlete in Shanghai?
Yes, a lot. When I first got here, there was not much to do around in terms of sports. Gyms were limited. Outdoor places were limited. Nowadays we have beautiful venues and places to go, especially outdoors by the pond, by the riverside. So we get to see places where you can do jogging and cycling and wall climbing and places with obstacles and stuff. So it's it's pretty awesome. Like right now we have a lot of outdoor places to go to. So it has been a tremendous, great change because you get to see a lot more people running on the streets, doing all kinds of sports. Like people are quite more active than 9 years ago when I first arrived. Yeah.
Is that both with the expats and the Chinese?
It's I think it's a bit of both, and Chinese mindset is changing towards doing all kinds of different sports. So I think they're just trying, different things have been, workouts and sports have been introduced to China recently. So that is great. It is fantastic because now you get to see more people doing these activities, which are great. They're like out of the normal soccer, basketball, and other sports that are very common, very traditional.
Mm-hmm. Now, Richardson, you're from Venezuela.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, and from a lot of conversations I've had with other expats, Venezuela is a fairly heavy meat-eating sort of country, isn't it? The focus on the food, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've met quite a few people, and they've sort of told me that meat eating. How long have you been vegan or plant-based?
I've been vegan for 4 years already.
Mm-hmm.
And before that, I was a vegetarian for 4 years.
Okay. So
yeah, but even when I lived there, my great grandfather had a farm, and I used to go to the farm a lot. It was my favorite place to go on holidays. And he had a lot of farm animals, and I used to pet them and play with them and even help them to feed them and all that when I was a kid. And unfortunately, I used to see how they were, being killed for food. and that was a bit shocking for me as a kid. And I was not a big fan of eating the meat, the red meat. I was more towards like fish and chicken, maybe because I didn't see how they were killed. And yeah, I was more into white meat than red meat. And since I lived near the Caribbean Sea, so seafood was, my favorite. But then after coming to China, after a year of being here, I decided to just go more vegetarian. And 4 years later, I turned vegan totally, and it's been a great change and great adaptation for my body. And I felt much better. And yeah, it's better for me and my body. I became a fitness coach back in 2015. And since then, I learned a lot about how the body works, and I learned about nutrition. So learning what the body really needs to be healthy and to be strong led me more towards my decision to becoming a vegan, because then I realized that I really didn't need the dairy or some sort of protein from animal, but plant-based was good enough.
Now,
Yeah.
Richard, can I ask, what differences did you notice when you changed from being a non-vegan to a vegetarian, and then from a vegetarian to a vegan?
Yeah, every time I did the change, the transition was good. It wasn't so hard because I was determined on my decision, and I knew what I was doing for myself and my body. And the change was in terms of energy recovery time after my workouts and my exercises or sports. And overall, it was mostly how my body felt doing the activities that I was doing. I felt more like energized. I felt like my recovery time was faster, and I felt clean. Like I just felt like, okay, my body is ready for this, and I'm okay. And I never felt like heavy or having a hard time with my energy or even power, because I was doing things that required some power.
Yeah, see some of the pictures of some of the things you do. They're pretty extreme.
Yeah, they are.
Oh,
They are quite heavy.
That's good. You obviously
Yeah,
like pushing yourself to the limit, and it seems as
I am. Yeah.
so. One of the questions that I'd like to ask is, did you find much resistance? I mean, you said that you went full vegan 4 years ago, around about the time you became a trainer. I have heard
Yeah.
of other plant-based athletes or people who have been contemplating veganism. They've been saying to me, oh, but my trainer, my coach won't let me, or is advising against it. And at the same time, they have also
Why?
other people do really well on a plant-based diet. What were the obstacles that
Yeah.
you against, if any?
I don't know. I think those coaches have still the mindset of like whey protein is better than plant-based protein. And they just have this thinking that they don't get the full amino acids and all that. All those benefits for the muscle that they think that whey protein has instead of plant-based protein. But it not really, not really. I usually get my protein from beans. There are some have protein, and I also get my supplements like Garden of Life. Like this is one of the ones that I use, Garden of Life Sports. And it's super good. Like this one has BCAA, it has 30 grams of protein, it has glutamine, like it has everything that I need to keep my muscles and refuel. Like it's okay. Like it works. And if you don't want to get on supplements, then there's so many options out there, so many kinds of beans and tofu and tempeh. Tempeh is kind of like the king of the plant-based protein.
Good, isn't it? Are you
I
finding?
love tempeh.
Are you
I love
finding it
tempeh.
easy enough to get the food that you need to stay fit in Shanghai?
Yes, yes. I usually buy online. There are some shops online where I can get all the tempeh that I want, and it's super cheap.
Yeah.
And it's not that expensive to be vegan, actually. People think, oh, but it's so expensive. You gotta buy all this special food. And I'm like, not really. If you know what you're eating and you know where you buy your food, then it's not expensive.
Yeah.
And if you cook at home, it's not expensive and it's better and healthier.
Yep.
Because most people think, okay, you're vegan. You can go and eat some vegan burger. You can go and get some fries. You can go get some vegan pizza. But it's okay. I mean, it's tasty. You get these options, but it would be much better if you start cooking at home because you know what you're putting into your ingredients into your food, and you know it's going to be much better and healthier and tastier, even tastier and cheaper, much cheaper.
For sure. Now, Richardson,
Yeah.
it was a comment that I had of one of my own students. He was saying how he'd never really cooked before he became a vegan. And he said all of a sudden he's got this interest in cooking and he's had to learn. What
Yeah.
was your situation before you became vegan? Were you much of a cook?
I always enjoyed cooking. I always enjoyed cooking. So to me, it was actually easy. But I do know a lot of people that they have learned cooking through becoming vegan. So that's actually my way to share my healthy lifestyle through sharing some easy recipes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always trying to get those like very delicious looking dishes, vegan dishes that are not hard to cook. And I share all these recipes like in the groups everywhere. People kind of like get curious, they try it out. I mean, it's a lot easier when you watch a video. For some, it's a lot easier watching the video and following the video than just reading the instructions without any reference or any photos. So I do share a lot of videos in the groups and social media, and I drive people towards, cook your own meals. It's easy. It's not that hard. Yeah.
Yep. And so when it comes to dealing with family and friends, as a vegan athlete, do you find that you have to explain your lifestyle to your friends? I mean, it's pretty obvious that whatever you're doing is working because you seem to have the energy to do all of the sports that you enjoy.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's my way to show it. Like I'm currently doing Spartan Race, and as you know, it's a very tough sport. It's not
Yes.
easy. It's not just running, but you have to have the power and endurance, and you got to deal with some obstacles and heavy stuff. And whenever I'm running the race, this race has different levels, and whenever I'm running a race, if for example a race on Saturday and Sunday, like say I run in the elite category, I run by myself, but then I run with the teams the same day. So usually in one day I get to do 2 or 3 races in one day. And then the next day I'm doing 1 or 2 more races. So I'm doing races back to back non-stop. Like I just finished one race, change my number and get a number, get the team ready, and we go again. So people get really surprised. They go like, wow, what do you eat? Like, where do you get the energy from? I cannot believe you're vegan.
Mm-hmm.
So I lead by example, and I'm not so pushy on this. I'm quite like, I take it easy on this topic because I don't want to push anybody, but there is a chance and there is a moment when they always get to come to me and ask me like, hey, um, I see what you're doing, and I think I would like to try to go vegan for a week, or I would like to try to go vegan because I see you're healthy and you got a lot of energy. How do I start? What do I have to do? So it is really nice when I get people coming to me, or just getting up one day and receiving the message and say, hey, you know what? Today I feel like I want to be vegan just because of you, because of what they see. So it is really nice. Whenever I go out with friends and they're not vegan, I just make fun of it. I just make, yeah, I know I'm vegan, please go ahead, don't bother, don't pay attention to that, I don't care. Like sometimes I just even make fun of me being vegan and being annoying because I'm vegan. But then, it's fun. It's fun instead of like telling them or preaching like veganism all the time, because nobody likes to be told what to do, especially when it comes to food, because food is food, and that's how they get their energy from. And yeah, but eventually, yeah, they start trying some vegan desserts, they start trying vegan diets, vegan dishes. I cook, I share recipes, and yeah, they're slowly turning vegan.
Have you met?
I'm happy. I'm happy. I don't want. I would love that everybody will turn or go plant-based or just focus more on eating healthier. But it does make me happy every time I see somebody saying that, I'm eating more plant-based at the moment, or I just decided to take this 30 days challenge and I'm just gonna eat plant-based and see how I feel. And then, they end up liking this new diet.
So Richardson, may I ask, who are your heroes in the plant-based athletic field? I know that the Germans, the strongest man in Germany.
Yes. Yeah, he's my friend. I had the chance to spend some time with him in Beijing when he came to China.
How do you pronounce his name?
Patrick Babelman.
Patrick
Babelman, something like that. Patrick Babelman.
Okay.
Yeah, I even have his book. I have his book. He has he came out with a book because his wife supports him a lot, and his wife cooks also. And together they made these recipes, all vegan recipes. And his wife is the beautiful lady in the book, in all the pictures. So they created this book together, and I have been able to get some recipes from the book and also cook. I get recipes from everywhere. But yes, I'm so happy I had the chance to meet him and be close with him. And he is a great example. He is a really good example to show that being vegan doesn't mean that you're going to be weak and you can't be strong, or the strongest man on earth.
Sure.
Because he got this title as the strongest man.
I've seen him in a lot of videos. I've seen him in a few movies and documentaries on veganism and athletes. And I think that he's also going to be in the upcoming movie, The Game Changers, too, isn't he?
He is. He's going to be there. He's He's one of the main superheroes in the movie. Yeah.
That's really good. Now, when he was over here and with the work that you do, have you noticed the Chinese being like, we're in China, when you present the idea to them that a plant-based athlete is actually stronger, recovers faster, has less inflammation in their bodies, what sort of reaction do you get from the Chinese people?
They had a great impression. They had a great impression, and they immediately, because a lot of people didn't know who he was, and they were like, "Who is this guy?" And after his talk, he had two talks. He had one for us, like a small talk, a private talk with vegan Spartans team in Beijing, and also some of the friends came over, and then they wanted to know more about him and about his lifestyle and veganism. And then he did a talk at the fitness exhibition. And afterwards, a lot of people were just crazy going online and posting videos and photos of him, like, wow, look at what he's done. So they were learning more about him, but more about what he has achieved as a vegan. So
he has achieved
I get to see, and I get to see a lot more people doing bodybuilding in China, and they're vegan, like plant-based.
Yes, I'm
Yeah,
seeing people too.
there's another good friend of mine. His name is Len. He's from Hong Kong,
Mhm,
and he's a vegan bodybuilder.
mhm,
And everywhere he goes, every time he competes, he wins.
mhm,
He wins.
mhm.
He's got the best physique, the best muscles. Like everywhere he goes, he would just show and prove people around the world, because he's traveling all over, that plant-based is good enough for you to be strong, to be a bodybuilder as well, and to have all your muscles in the perfect place and size, whatever size you want,
Yeah.
and be the winner of bodybuilding contests.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of vegan bodybuilders really, scooping up all the golds, at Olympics,
Yes, they are.
in
Yes, they are.
in competitions like bodybuilding and muscle building competitions and triathlons and things like that. So it really is
Yes,
turning everything on its head, isn't it?
it does. It does. And my friends, they're a nice couple, a really nice couple, that they're also Spartan racers, Jackie and Nerium. They're from France.
Mhm,
And I don't know if you have heard of them,
mhm,
but they are based in Tenerife in Spain. They travel all over the world doing Spartan races, and they always win. Like Miriam is the number one. She's the champion.
mhm.
She's the number one in the world in Spartan. And they are raw vegans.
Raw
They're
vegan.
raw vegans. Raw vegans. Yes. They have masters in sports science, and also they have masters in nutrition. So they know what they're doing. They know how the body works. They know what the body needs. They're doing an amazing job, not only with their body, but with the sport they're practicing, and showing the world that being raw vegan can also make you strong and good enough to be the world champion in such a strong sport and tough sport that is the Spartan race.
Mhm. Um,
Yeah. So I'm really happy to know them, and they're a really good example even for myself. Like I have to learn from them. I still enjoy my cooking and my food and my seasoning, but maybe eventually one day I will also get there. I will also get to that level to being
eat,
a
eat,
raw vegan. I
eating more.
would love to be raw vegan.
Yeah,
Yeah, more raw,
yeah.
but I enjoy my cooking at the moment.
Yep. No, I can understand that. I myself am somewhere between 30 to 50% raw, and you know, cooking the cooked food in the afternoon and the evenings, during the day, the raw food, and I'm seeing the benefits in my own health and the health of my clients and students as well.
Mhm.
So, Richardson, just before we wrap up here, I'd just like to ask you,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on how we can try and encourage young Chinese athletes, plant-based athletes, and how can we spread the word more effectively about the benefits of eating plant-based, not just in just personal health, but also in being able to improve in performance? Because it seems as though that at the moment, this is just my perspective, is that there isn't enough exchange of this information with the educational bodies and the sporting institutes. How do you think we can encourage that to happen a bit more?
I think we gotta visit them.
You think
We
so?
gotta visit those institutions. Yes, visit those institutions and lead by example. In my case, I'm just starting. I've just been vegan or plant-based for 4 years. I still have a long way to go. I still have a long way to, so much to learn still. But to me, and it would be the best thing to do to visit them, share some videos and documentaries of like the Game Changers, for example. This is a great movie that I can't wait to watch and to show everybody about these people, and they're doing so amazing in everything they do.
Yep.
And this is what drives them, like the youngsters right now. It's all about sports. It's all about, sports is a great way to introduce them to a healthier lifestyle that would lead them to older age, longer lifetime. And it is sad to me to see some people doing sports, but then right after they get the cigarette and they get the drinks, and I mean alcoholic drinks, and then they go and eat rubbish food, but especially the cigarettes. It's really annoying to see them at a sports event and smoking a cigarette. So I really want to visit these places, visit all these institutions like sport institutions, play the videos, do some talks on sports and also nutrition. I think we need to educate them about nutrition because they just need to know all the benefits of the plant-based diet.
Sure. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think when the
Yeah,
news comes out, it will be a wonderful opportunity for us to spread the word about the benefits of going plant-based.
it will be a game changer.
It will be. It will be.
It will be a game changer. Like I used to, and also come with a package. Like I even prepare here some stuff to tell you about like what I usually take besides my food, because all the nutrition is in the foods. It's not just the macronutrients but also the micronutrients. So we gotta learn and know that we have to eat a lot of greens, and we have to take some supplements to help us like recover faster, but supplements that are mostly superfoods or superfruits. So for example, Baobab is one of the ones that I take almost every day. I try my best. I don't know if you have heard of this fruit,
No, I haven't heard of that.
but Baobab has
Well,
amazing benefits.
I
It's
know
this is yeah, the tree, right? So the tree has this fruit,
collects water.
and it's at the top of the tree, and amazingly, this fruit, when you open it, it has chunks of powder. So people in South Africa and Madagascar, they just extract these chunks of and make it powder, and they just pack it here. It's natural. This is just the fruit, the pure baobab fruit. And the benefits of baobab is that it has 6 times more calcium than milk, and it has a lot of antioxidants, more antioxidants than any berry that exists on the earth. And it also has potassium, magnesium, vitamin C, and all these things that I'm mentioning. They have the higher levels than whatever other sources that we know of magnesium, potassium, vitamin C, antioxidant, and calcium. So it is easy to use. Like you just add to the water or smoothies or your protein shake or anything, and you just drink it. Just drink 1 spoon a day, and you are good. You're good with your calcium. You're good with your magnesium, potassium, and fiber. It has 4 times more fiber than the apples, because they say 1 apple a day keeps the doctor away because of the fiber, and our body needs fiber. Well, this one has 4 times more fiber than the apples. So there you go. Baobab is amazing. It's a super food.
What does it taste like, Richard?
It tastes a bit sour, but I love the taste. It's like a bit sour, a bit sweet, but mostly sour. But it does taste really nice. And I usually combine baobab with greens. I don't know if you know the greens. It's a combination of all kinds of greens. And this one is from Garden of Life. So it's an energizer, but it also has a lot of greens. Like one tiny scoop of greens can give you all the micronutrients and enzymes that you need daily. Daily. So this one is great. So instead of eating tons of and trying to find all these greens, you can get it all here. Obviously, it's better when you get it fresh, but sometimes we live in a country, we're in a place that we're limited to get the fresh source, and we have to get a lot. So why not getting it all from one scoop?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this has a lot of stuff, like a lot of good stuff: wheatgrass, maca, carrot, spinach, everything. Like it does have a lot of good stuff. What else? I use turmeric for inflammation. Yes, I love it. I'm hooked with this. Every time I cook brown rice or cauliflower rice, I add turmeric to my food because it helps with my recovery from all the racing and all the exercise that I do. But it does taste good. It is really tasty. So this is one of the things that I add to my food every single day, almost every food. It's really delicious.
Sounds good. Maybe we'll have to
Yeah.
start organizing some. Oh, you've got some more? Yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to show us. I do have other stuff like vitamin B12, for example, because people say, "Hey, what about your B12 levels?" So you can get it. You can get plant-based B12, just one spray every day, and there you go. You get all your B12.
Good.
And this is vegan glucosamine. Glucosamine is good for your knee joints and ligaments, especially if you're running and you're doing a lot of sports and high impacts on your knees. And there's a vegan version of glucosamine, so you can get everything you need as a sports person, as an athlete, and you can be okay. Like there's nothing that you can't get on plant-based that you think you can't find. It is possible.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
great. Good. No, I'm glad that you've found everything that you need to keep yourself healthy and fit and doing well at your sport. And I can imagine that it must put some very big demands on your body. So you'd really need some good nutrition.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, that's true.
So Richardson, is there just one thing you'd like to say to any of our viewers about being plant-based and being an athlete before we wrap up?
Try it out, see how you feel about it, and trust me, there's nothing to regret about it. You're gonna feel great, and there's no side effects, and there's nothing bad about being vegan. If you feel sad that you're gonna have to abandon some of your favorite food because you love to eat whatever, there is always a replacement. But remember, whatever you eat because you like it, and eat because you know it's gonna be good to your body.
Yep.
Don't eat something because you just like it, but it's bad. Eat something because you like the taste, you like the flavor, and it's gonna be good to your body. And don't be afraid to try new flavors. I mean, you will be very surprised to find out how Baobab tastes and how cauliflower rice with turmeric will taste, or even brown rice with turmeric will taste. And there's so many wonderful, delicious recipes that you can find online. There's so many books. There's so many sources everywhere. Today I felt I was craving a little bit for dessert, and I made myself some vegan churros. They were so tasty. They were so tasty. So yeah, you can have a happy life being vegan. You can have ice cream. You can have everything you need, everything you want. And obviously, it's not gonna taste the same. It's not gonna be the exact same mozzarella cheese that you usually eat. But if you get something close to it and it tastes good, but it's gonna be healthy, why not? I mean, why not? Don't be afraid.
I'm finding so many, because so many people are going vegan and plant-based, there's so many more options. I went plant-based.
Exactly.
I went plant-based 37 years ago. I wasn't vegan, but I was plant-based.
And that wasn't easy, right?
It wasn't easy. There wasn't much around. I think I lived for many years on just mashed potatoes and pumpkin and vegetables and a bit of fruit. But nowadays, there's so many options. My students are coming on Sunday and they want to make vegan pizzas. So, yep, no problems.
No problem. Vegan cheese, I got it.
Okay. Well, Richardson, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. And hopefully we'll have a chance to talk again. We'll maybe get some roundtable discussions about some other aspects of veganism. But it's really good to know that there's someone who's a plant-based athlete doing well in Shanghai, and there is an inspiration to other people.
Thank you so much for the invitation. I'm very honored, and I'm looking forward to talking to you again after the movie.
Will do. Yes,
I think there's going to be a lot to talk about.
There will be. Yes, I'm looking forward to when the movie comes out so we can discuss it maybe in a big group.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, so thanks everybody. Thank you for joining us today. So until next time, peace out from
Thank you
Denise.
so much for watching.
Bye.
Peace out. Bye.